Welcome to another Blades and Blasters one shot ran by me, Danish, and I've got with me Matt and Emma. Tonight we're sitting down to play a kind of more indie RPG called Slasher Flick. And we have got Matt. Who are your characters of choice tonight?
Well, tonight I'm playing Cameron Poe and Edward Malice. This is secondary.
Perfect. And then Emma, who are you playing?
I am playing the revered Benjamin Franklin Gates from hits such as National Treasure and National Treasure 2. And also another character named Randall Raines, who was in Gone in 60 Seconds.
Excellent. All right. So now, as we come in to all of you focusing in, all of a sudden there's a brilliant flash and you're not really sure exactly what's going on, other than as you look around, you see people who look similar to you. You're in this luxurious room that has vaulted ceilings on it, very fine filigree up at the top, and everyone's dressed differently. Like you have one weird dude with long hair and this weird kind of blue spandex thing, and you got another guy over on the far end there wearing this leather jacket that kind of has the shirt riding up so you can see these abs that shift around. They don't look quite real, but they do at the same time. It's really bizarre. But as you all come in, you start looking around, and then there is a person who walks in through the door. And he looks around and he says, Right. Well, I'm really glad that all of you could make it here. It took a lot out of me, but... And he paces back and forth, and you can kind of see his hands are just moving around like he's trying to enunciate something, and he's running his hands through his hair, and he's just looking at all of you, and he goes, Now, a lot of you don't kind of understand what's going on here, and I get that, and I'm sorry, but I have put myself into all of your roles, and I'm you, but just different. I'm at a point in my life now where I need to take that back. I need to get back on top. And he looks around and he goes, You have no idea how many bad movies I've been doing lately. It's been terrible. And he goes over to the first person here, and you see this as his pink coat parts, this weird symbol on it that's red and vibrating with this pulsating light. And he goes up to the individual with long hair and that weird kind of blue spandex, and he looks at him and he goes, You should have been my crowning achievement, but it got robbed from me. It got robbed! And he goes up and hugs him, and there's this brilliant flash and this screaming out in agony as this individual just gets sucked in, and you hear this bone crunching noise, and within moments there is just this flash, and then standing in front of you is the same guy that you saw over on the left there, but that weird symbol's made present. There's no pink coats. And he goes, Now, the way I get back to being on top is by taking all you back into me. Now, it just ain't fair to let y'all stand around here, so let's all run around and have some fun, shall we? So all of you start looking around for just that split second before you start bolting. Now, the way that Slasher Flick works is that you are matching up dice according to your stat sheet. You have different qualities in it. You have fair, good, and poor, but then there's also another stat that I made for this game specifically called cageness, and each of you has 1 point in cageness, and if you want to enact a scene, you spend that 1 point of cage point to make sure that you can, have your freak out cage moment, and then go from there. There we go. Okay. So what I do need everyone to do, though, in the meantime, since you just saw this weird guy who looks like you, along with a bunch of other people look like you, just disintegrate another one of you is to make a spirit check.
Okay.
So I do have qualities in my spirit. I do have unbreakable, which is a plus. So what does that mean?
Thank you for that. Now, with the qualities, each stat should have a plus or minus quality to it. Now, if it's a plus that's next to it, then you add 1 dice to that, thereby increasing the chance that you're going to roll successes. If you have a minus, then you subtract 1 die.
Yeah.
Great.
So because I have a spirit of good, I roll a good die, right?
Correct.
All right, plus 1. Gotcha.
Oh wait, how do I subtract a die?
Oh, I wasn't able to.
Did we just?
Yeah, I
No,
wasn't
that's
able
fine.
to.
Take out the last die.
The way that it works, the default value is 4. So if you want to roll 5 dice, you just put 5, or 3 if you want to roll 3 dice.
Okay.
There wasn't
So
a
just type it.
Yeah, there wasn't a modifier. I don't think that popped up.
Is there the macro bar in the upper left? If you click on your token,
Oh, maybe.
Got it. Okay, let me just re-roll there. So it'll be.
you know what? How about I do that for everyone? There, it's down in the lower
All
left.
right. Got it.
Okay. So we're once again we're looking for matches, and it looks like for one of your characters there, Matt. Which one was that for?
Oh, okay. So we roll for all of our characters for these?
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
So for Cameron Poe, he got 2 matches. He got 3. He got the 3s, the double 3s.
Okay.
And for Edward Malice, he's he's got Duke Daddy, but I don't think that applies to this one, right? Or is it just an auto minus? Or is it only if that quality applies to said roll?
So let's see now. For spirits, you have got duped daddy, so that would be a negative to your spirit rolls.
Okay. Gotcha. Alright, so no matches, unfortunately, for Mr. Edward Malice. But
Okay,
for
that's-
Cameron Poe, he does have matches.
All right, that's fine. So let's see now. With Cameron Poe, he can choose his course of action. Now, if you failed, though, I'm going to say that all of you just run out the room in different directions. The rest of, as you look around, you see the other individuals just kind of looking and not sure exactly what's going on as the individual goes up and grabs the guy with the weird leather jacket and fake abs. There's another bone-crunching shriek that comes from there. Oh yeah, by the way, before I get too far into this game, this is Slasher Flick, so if you can't tell necessarily by the title of the game, it's going to get probably a little graphic. So if anything's uncomfortable, my players can just whisper me an X, or, you know, if you're listening to this, it's probably going to get a little graphic, just to give a heads up. All right, so as we come into the next room here, you see a hallway, and in front of it there are various polished floors and fine vases and urns that are sitting along the side there. As you look to each side, there's a lot of different doorways that you can go in as you hear the shrieks of people behind you. You all have a moment to regroup and kind of collect yourselves as you're looking around and figuring out what's going on.
Cameron Poe, he seems pretty composed in this situation, for he is an unbreakable man. He says, I haven't been in any type of situation like this before myself, but I think we need to get some sort of either weaponry of some sorts, maybe find a window, break it out to escape. 'Cause I'm very confused as to why we're all here.
Well, yes, of course, Benjamin Franklin Gates speaks up. But first, we have to figure out where here even is. I can see these pots seem to be more modern, and this architecture seems to be maybe... I don't know architecture terms very well, but he's gonna pinpoint some sort of, like, era that they seem to be taking inspiration from. I certainly wasn't here a minute ago, so I'm not entirely sure what's happening or where we are.
Cameron Poe runs his fingers through his long hair, brushing it back and enjoying the random breeze that blows through. And he looks about and says, what I think we should do is, I think we should go straight this way. If there's a turn, we should make it look like we went one way, but actually go the other. We can buy us some time. We have to hurry.
Yeah, that's smart, says Randall Rains. And he's gonna go and will knock over this this kind of vase, and as if they like knocked it as they were running that way, and then we'll start leading the other direction.
All right, and Cameron, I went ahead and added it to your character sheet, but anytime in any scene that you roll matches on a check, you get 1 survival point, and those carry over scene to scene. Like I think it's a D3 that carry over for primary characters, but I went ahead and added that since you did get that success there.
Sweet.
So as you knock that over, you hear another one, and then you hear the voice of that individual, which kind of resonates and sounds somewhat similar to the rest of yours, and you go, oh, come on, wherever you are. Old Daddy Cage is coming for you. And let's see here, I need... someone roll me a d6, please.
Matt, you got it.
Okay, I roll a d6. 6.
Okay. So all of you enter into this room. It is very frigid and frosty in here, and as you come in, you see that the ceiling is all made of crystal. The walls are all made of crystal. Even the floor. It's supposed to look like snow, but it's you can tell that whatever this is, it's either fake snow or it's actually made of crystal as you go in. Out on the center of this platform here, you do see that there is this dais that stands there with sharp crystals that are jutting out of it.
And Edward Malice comes up and says, well, I'm a detective. I'm gonna look at that and see if I can detect anything. Go on up to that dais and see if he can detect anything interesting. His detective eyes. They're special eyes.
All right, go ahead and roll me I'm going to say a smarts check on that, please. Or a brains.
Alright, let's see. Why does he have a poor brains? God damn it. But he does have a plus in police procedure. So he's gonna roll poor, but with 5 dice instead, because he cordons off the area, takes some caution tape out of his pants, and starts cordoning off the area to make sure. Oh wow! I got three 5s!
Okay, so then Edward Malice can go ahead and gain a survival point. You can go ahead and mark that on your sheet. But as he goes around and he looks at the crystal dais, there's a bunch of jagged crystals that are pointing out towards him, and you see some to the side. And as he kind of starts poking at it, the console, what it appears to be, comes alive with various multicolored lights. And then out in this area here, there appears this giant floating head, similar to all of yours. And it stands there and it goes, "No, Nick, you cannot do what you're about to do." Oh, who are you?
I'm Edward Malice. I'm not Nick. Who is this Nick?
And he looks around to all of you and he goes, "Oh no, the fool did it. He went and did it." Oh.
Did what exactly? Ben Gates says.
He went and pulled you all here. You're not supposed to be in this world. He made you present. He gave you flesh. You're not... All he's going to do is gain too much power for him. He's trying to seek a way to turn himself back into a normal human person when it's been inside of him all along. He looks to each of you and he goes, "You need to remind him of this. in this house. I don't know where, but there are tokens of who he is. You need to remind Nick Cage of who he is as a person.
What will these tokens look like?
When you find them, you will understand. Something that matches with his identity.
As long as it's not bees, I'm good, says Edward Malice. Not the
He looks
bees.
to you and just shakes his head sorrowfully. No bees for him.
Alright, let's find these tokens there, says Cameron Poe as he again pushes his hair back against his 5 head down on his back. Gotta go now. He's got a wife beater on with some tight jeans.
Perfect. All right. So as you exit that room, you can go ahead and roll. You come back to the doorway with many halls. You don't hear the screams anymore. Go ahead and either Emma or Matt roll me a D100 and choose high or low, please.
Emma, call you this
Okay.
time.
I'm gonna choose low.
Okay. As you were inside the hallway, you hear from one of the rooms over to the right here, once again, those same screams and just his voice resonating out. And he goes, "No, don't move. It'll just hurt all the more if you do." So you can tell that he's over. You went into this hallway over here. You can tell that this doorway up here is blocked off at the moment. He's over there messing around. So go ahead and roll me a d4 for whichever doorway you want to go into next.
Matt, we'll take turns.
Number 1, I'm guessing probably this one.
Okay, so as you go in, you all see...
Oh, not again!
You all see a prison in front of you. Multi sections of bars run down the length and width of the hallway up on the second floor as well as down below. Cameron, actually everyone could give me a smarts check quick here. Brains check. And this is just a simple one. You don't have to worry about any qualities on this one.
Oh, good. I do have prison life. But you see, Cameron Poe's a bit shaky. His long hair is getting a bit matted to his large forehead. He's looking back at prison. This is for Cameron. Once it loads. Whoa.
All right, nice. You got toppers.
Yeah, and for Edward, we got another.
right.
Woof. We're both doing great.
Okay, so
Oh, I think those should have been D6s. Should I roll again?
no, that's okay.
Okay, and then for my second guy,
I don't know if y'all can tell it, but I'm playing pretty loosey goosey with this game. So,
totally fine.
Wow, we're both doing well.
damn. All right, so, oh yes. Now where's it at? But
Oh, good. You're the smart one. I picked 2 stupid characters.
Both of my characters are smart, so
All
it
of my
works out.
characters are dumb. I just want to be Wicker Man.
okay, so anyone that rolled toppers, which means the maximum number on a die, matching of those, gets 1 survival point plus 1d3 additional survival points.
So I guess I did that.
Yep, you did that, and then I think Cameron was the first roll there.
Cameron was indeed.
Okay.
Okay, so you both get 1 extra survival point. Everyone else looks like they gain 1 survival point just for the success in the roll. So as you come in and you kind of look around, you see that actually all of the jail cells are empty. And you kind of get this sense that you've seen this in documentaries before, even though that you're in kind of your own movie world, you have a vast or a intellect that's coherent with that world. So you get the inclination that you're in Alcatraz. And as you look around, you're not sure exactly if there's anything in this room that would identify with Nick Cage, if that's the guy's name, but you should probably look around to see if there's anything in here that could help you. There might be weapons, there might be other things that could help you set a trap or anything such as that.
Okay.
So unfortunately, Cameron Poke, he went to San Quentin. But are the numbers similar here to what they, like for the cells, numbers similar here as they were in San Quentin?
They're close enough that you could get some inference through that.
So Cameron Poe is going to say, I think we should go this way. And he starts going towards where he thinks he would have stayed before, a very similar number and letter combination, to see if he could find anything there.
All right.
While we're moving, I'm going to try to keep an eye out for anything helpful. Randall Rains is probably going to be looking out for any mechanical equipment that he might be a little more familiar with. Benjamin Franklin Gates, knowing that this is Alcatraz and used to be a military prison that was converted into an actual prison, probably knows like to look out for specific nooks and crannies sort of deal. And so he's going to be looking out for those.
Okay. Yeah, everyone who is looking around, go ahead and give me smarts checks.
Okay.
And then for Cameron, since you're looking specifically for your old cell, you can go ahead and brains checks. I keep saying smarts.
Oh, rad. I think for Edward Malice, he's gonna be looking out for any sort of I don't know, weaponry. Maybe anything they can use to slow down the evil Nick Cage. They're coming for him.
Okay, since he is a detective, he's familiar with prisons and where they would keep weapons just to deal with inmates. So he can go ahead and give me a smarts check as well, brains check.
Oh, right. Fortunately, Cameron doesn't do great. I don't think that... Wow! Okay, never mind.
Hey.
Edward is great.
Okay, so... Emma, I see you got toppers there, so go ahead and roll D3 for that. Same with the last person there for Matt. All right, nice. So Emma, you gain 3 survival points for that character, and then Matt, you gain 4. All right, and then you said Cameron was your first roll there, Matt?
Yes, Cameron.
Okay,
was.
he loses 1 survival point.
He's looking around, he's getting stressed, continues sweating, his arms are heavy. No.
Mom spaghetti.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So he's unable to really find anything. The rest of you, as you go about, you are able to find various equipment. Like, I think with Edward Malice, as he goes into the back there, he's able to find a shotgun with not live ammunition, but salt rounds. And then Benjamin Gates, as you're going about, you're able to find like a prison shiv in one of these.
Okay.
And then Randall Rains, you are able to find, let's see what else would be in there. You're able to find body armor. So as you're going about, Cameron, what you do notice is that there is what appears to be a gold coin sitting in your prison cell.
Cameron looks down, he goes for the coin, picks it up and spins it over, checking it out.
As he spins it over, there is an image on it that is a triangle and a smaller triangle up at the top with an eye in it.
He takes the coin, turns around, and looks to, I would say probably, oh goodness.
Ben Gates.
Ben Gates. I can't see your name on here, so I didn't know. I don't know. He turns to Ben Gates and says, "Do you know what this is?" I have no idea.
Oh my gosh, this is classic. This is incredible. This is a coin for that depicts the all-seeing eye. The fuck, what's the group called? Shit, I just watched these movies.
Illuminati.
The Illuminati uses these. Yeah, the Illuminati uses these to distinguish themselves from one another, and has used the all-seeing eye symbol to mark their territory and to provide hidden clues to various treasures and insights in the world.
Wow.
I don't know what it would be doing here, though.
I don't know either. I didn't have any coins when I came to prison. Maybe we can use this. Either it's a token or something that'll illuminate our way. But we should keep it. Just in
Perhaps,
case.
yes, of course. I'll keep it with me. If nothing else, maybe we can use it to distract this Nick Cage person.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Fuck that Nick Cage.
So,
He's a piece of shit.
as you're giving the coin over to Benjamin Gates, you see at the end of the hallway, there's just this soft thump. And as you look over, you see this man, this Nick Cage, down at the end of the hall. And he looks around, and just this smile opens up wide on his face. And he goes, "Oh, there you are. I was looking for you." And he starts slowly making his way towards you all.
Edward Malice says, "Not today, motherfucker," and cocks a shotgun and pumps him full of some salt rounds.
All right, go ahead and give me a finesse check.
Alright, let's see how finessable that Edward Malice is.
That worked.
He's detective deafness, so he's gonna be super deft in the shooting. So he's got 5 dice. Ooh, I got double ones and double sixes.
Okay, and now that was with Edward Malice.
Yes, it was.
Okay, so if I remember correctly, unfortunately, ones. Let's see, where are those damn rules at? The ones aren't good.
Oh.
Oh shit.
That's that. I don't need that. Where are the ones? It's on
You
one of these pages.
oversalted Nick Cage.
You're too salty now.
So
He
I
is the
read all
national
these. And I
treasure.
gotta remember.
You can't kill God. It's impossible.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly where they're at. They're in there somewhere. But what we can do is that can be initiative. So I neither pass nor fail. So that means that he's going to come first. And we'll just play that again if you want to assault him again. But he's going to start making his way up towards the person who's readying the shotgun. And he's going to go, "Now, that's not going to work on me. I'm just way too strong for that now." As he starts to reach his hand towards you, go ahead and make that finesse check.
You son of a bitch. He's gonna shoot at him. It's for my daughter. Bang, bang. Oh no.
Okay, so no success
Did they
there.
use any survival points or anything?
Let me see here. Well, your survival points are basically your HP.
Okay.
So, how many survival points do you
I
have?
have 6.
Okay. Let's see. Roll me 1d3. Okay, so actually because of that roll, you lose 3 survival points. So a check that generates no matching results reduces the total by 1d3 survival points, as well as 1 additional survival point for each one that's rolled. So as you blast the shotgun out, he just moves faster than anything that you expect, and he reaches and grabs the shotgun and he bends the barrel up towards the ceiling, and he just shakes his head. The reverberation from him doing that causes this deep ache in your hands, and he just says, "No, we can't be having anything like that now." What are the other characters doing?
So Randall is gonna try to run past. But Ben's got an idea.
Okay, what is Ben's idea?
Ben is gonna pull out the Illuminati coin and hold it out a little bit to try to get Nick's attention with it. Nick, look at this. Look, the all-seeing eye. An icon used by the Illuminati throughout the ages to depict that. Fuck, what was I gonna say? Oh shit. To show themselves to one another, to show themselves that they were one, that they are together, that they are human. Does this mean anything to you? Does this speak to you in any way?
All right. So, and then what is Cameron Poe doing?
Cameron Poe, he's not the smartest individual, but he ain't gonna let anyone get left behind. That's not his style. So Cameron Poe is gonna run up and basically jump on Nick Cage's back, wrap his arms around his midsection, and just start trying to choke him out with an armbar.
Okay. All right. So Randall can give me a finesse check. Cameron can give me a brawn check, and then let's see here. Benjamin Gates can give me a brains check.
For Randall. That's for Ben.
Okay, so all right, no, I just had that. Where did that go? There it is. Okay, so for Randall, he books it the hell out of there. Go ahead and give me a D3.
Okay.
Okay, so Randall gets 3 survival points, and then Cameron, you're able to jump on his back and start choking him, trying to choke him, so you get 1 survival point. But with Benjamin Gates, though, he looks over and you just see this rage fill his eyes, and he looks and he goes, "You've been in the vault. How dare you get in the vault? How'd you get in there? How'd you do that?" And he just starts coming towards you with a fist raised high. It looks like he's going to just go to town on you. So go ahead and lose. Let's see. So that's 1. Roll me a D3, please. Okay, so lose 3 survival points for Benjamin Gates.
Okay.
And let me know when you get to 0.
Okay, I am at 2 on him.
All right. So he swings and he catches part of your side, and it feels like you've been hit with a truck. As he just punches with the force of 10 Nick Cages at least.
Oh, you know what? You can keep it, and he's gonna kind of toss it at him and try to get away.
Okay. So go ahead and give me that finesse check then, please. What is Cameron doing?
I think Cameron is going to continue attempting to choke Nick out. But of course, Edward Malice is going to run the same direction as Randall.
Yep.
Yeah, Randall. He's going to turn around and throw his shotgun to the side and just poof it out of there.
Okay. So go ahead and give me that finesse check.
All right. Oh, he's got. Oh no, that's a different guy. Edward Malice. What does he have for finesse? He's detective deftness. He's deft in the ways of running away. Ooh, 3 5s. That's pretty good.
Oh, and before I forget, Benjamin, you can regain those 3 because a primary character automatically ignores their first loss of survival points.
Oh, that's full.
I forgot that. That was in those rules there. But the secondary role that you did there, who is that?
Oh, for mine or?
No, for Emma's there. So you did
That's
that.
for Ben Gates' finesse.
Okay,
Of running
so
away.
the ones don't count in this instance here. Let me check here once again. Sorry, these rules. I read these, but I got to check here. Let's see. Okay, so unlike regular checks, ones never count as matching results for the purposes of gaining survival points. Okay, but you're not a secondary character, so that doesn't matter. So you did get one success there for Randall to get away. So Randall's able to get out of there, so that's one extra point. And then is that Cameron? He's still choking him out?
So that's not for Cameron. That was the finesse for Edward to get away, I'm guessing.
Okay.
And then for Cameron to choke him out, I guess that'd be a brawn.
Yeah, that'd be another brawn if he's continuing to do that.
Oh yeah, he's just trying to choke him out. This is ranger training. See if he can do it. And there's two twos.
Twos.
Ooh.
Okay, so 2 twos. All right. And Cameron's the primary. So,
Cameron is.
all right. So for your for your first roll there, you were able to get 1 survival point. But for that, you are able to continue choking him out, so you gain 1 survival point for that as well.
Awesome.
The person that's identified as Nick Cage is thrashing around. He's reaching up, trying to grab at you. The other 3, you're down the hallway now as you look back and you see Cameron just holding on for dear life.
Cameron, you gotta come on!
Right, and Cameron will attempt to kick off the back of Nick Cage and use the momentum to basically, as he kicks off, he grabs onto the banister and swings and will try to run out the room in kind of an epic action style.
Okay, so boy, that's a tough one. Yeah, go ahead and give me a brawn check for that.
Alright. Let's see if we can do it. He's got that fitness. 2 twos, but 2 ones?
Okay, but this is Cameron, so that doesn't matter. So with the 2 twos, you are able to swing around and launch yourself halfway down the hallway and begin running towards the other group. He is coming slowly behind all of you as you're running away, so everyone give me finesse checks to get out of there.
Oh. Are you kidding me? God damn
Ooh,
it.
3 sixes and 2 ones. That's for Cameron, for Edward, 2 fours, 1 1.
Ben failed.
Ben failed, okay.
And then Randall is my secondary, and he rolled 2 ones as well as 2 5s.
Okay, so since this is still considered a kill scene, for secondary and tertiary characters, each 1 rolled cancels out a matching result. So, unfortunately, he did fail. So, with Randall, go ahead and roll me a d3, please. Okay, so then that's 4 survival points that he loses.
Gah! He's at 1.
He's at 1, okay. And then for Matt, your first one was Cameron? Or was that Edward?
My first one was Cameron. My second one was Edward. He rolled the 2 4s, but he rolled a 1.
Okay. So I'm sorry. The second one was Edward?
Yes!
Okay, all right. So I will need a D3 from you there. 2 D3s from you there, Matt. 1 for the success and 1 for the failure.
So 1 for Cameron, I'm guessing, so that's 2.
That's 2 survival points, yep.
He's now at 6. Go
Okay.
Cameron. And Edward.
And then let me know if anyone gets to 8.
So 2 for Edward
So
for negative.
3 total for
He's at
Edward.
0!
He's at 0. Okay. So as you are running down the hallway, the old adage about the bear, you just have to be faster than the slowest person. Unfortunately, Edward just gets grabbed by Nick Cage. He just gets this big, weirdly enough, bear hug from behind, and there's this sucking in of air as this just crunch, sickening, bone-crunching noise along with squishing gets sucked in as the rest of you run out into the hallway. All right,
He
so
starts screaming, "Not the beast!"
nice, Emma. So as you go back out in the hallway, you shut the door as you hear the bees, not the bees, screaming behind you as you now have... You know there's a vault, given what he said, but you know that there are some other rooms that you haven't explored yet either.
We should. Oh, and of course Cameron's very upset that someone was left behind. He's raking his hands through his hair again, but he points to the room where the screaming was before and says, "We should maybe go in there. There might be something we could find."
All right, let's go. And we run into this room.
Okay, go ahead and give me a D5, please.
Got it, Emma.
Okay, so as you go inside, you are all greeted with a sterile smell. It appears to... Oops, I forgot. He's got to be gone now. Poor Edward. As you look around, you see it's an operatory, and you see that there are two beds, one side by side, and the overhead lights, halogen lights that are casting the room in a fluorescent glow. What all do you do in this room? You can look around for identity, things that give identity to Nick Cage, or potential weapons, or maybe even something to put him out.
Yeah, I think
Go ahead.
Ben is for sure looking for stuff that seems out of place. Since the coin he feels was something relating to Nick Cage's identity, and it was kind of out of place in the prison. So he's thinking that may be a common theme for these things. Whereas Randall's looking for something more concrete and useful.
I think that Cameron will look for something that relates to Nicky Cage.
Okay, then everyone can go ahead and give me a... Let's go with the brains check there to kind of look around the room and keep your eyes out. All right, that's a big one there, but it is not a kill scene, so you don't have to worry about that. But with Emma, you gain 1 survival point, and actually you get 2 survival points for one for each character.
Yeah.
As you all look around, oh, and before I forget, let's see, is that there? Sorry, I gotta look here quick, because as you go scene to scene, I think you'll lose some survival points. Yes, so everyone roll me a 1d3, please. And for each character there. Okay, so that's how many survival points you get to retain scene to scene. So if you had more than that, they get reduced down to 2 for Cameron there, Matt, and then both of your characters, Emma, get reduced to 1.
But
since you just got those successes, they're at 2 now.
Okay. That hurts.
As you look around, Cameron, you accidentally poke yourself with a needle. Like nothing deep, but it's enough to just make it sting and just enough to shake your hand. As Randall and Benjamin look around, you do see that there are some chemicals over in the corner on that medicine stand over there that you could potentially mix together to be some kind of intoxicant or narcotic to knock him out. And Benjamin, as you're looking around, you do see that on the monitor over here that it's a computer layout, and it gives a status update for everything in the house. It's what it appears to be. You see that the vault is listed as secure. You do see that the treasure room is listed as secure, and you see that Alcatraz and the Fortress of Solitude have been compromised. But you also see that there are 2 other rooms that are called Car Shop and the Temple that are secure as well.
Okay. All right, so it seems like Alcatraz, and I guess the Fortress of Solitude maybe was the other room that we were in, are both listed as compromised here. Whereas there are a bunch of other rooms listed that say secure. So I imagine those are the rooms we haven't been to yet. Randall, while looking at these chemicals, is going to say, do either of you know about chemicals or anything? That's not really my area of expertise.
Fortunately, no, I don't know anything about any chemicals.
Well, I could take a look, Ben Gates says, heading over there.
Okay, as Benjamin Gates goes over, go ahead and give me a brains check there for Benjamin Gates. Nice. All right, so go ahead and roll me a d3. That's how many survival points you get. So 3 total. As you are able to put together a compound that you feel fairly certain would be able to knock him out for maybe a little bit. You're not sure, given that you've never dealt with an individual to this degree of strength or insanity, but you have a feeling that it'll slow him down at least.
Is it something that I feel would have to administer through a shot, or is it something I could just throw on him?
I would say with the rolls that you made, the successes that you made there, you could put it as kind of like an ether. So you could throw it in a jar and throw it at him, and when it breaks, then he would inhale it and slow down.
Love it.
All right, so that is what you have. That information in front of you. You can go back out in the hallway and see where to go to next, but you're not sure if he's out in the hallway or not.
Is this like a kind of... Can we not see out into the hallway? Is this kind of like almost a different dimension and we walk through a dimensional door to get back to the hallway? Or is everything kind of connected and we can sneak a peek?
You could crack the door open a little bit. There's no it looks like all of these rooms are built inside of his house. Like he spent a lot of money to recreate these areas. So you could look and see, but none of these doors have windows on them.
Okay. Randall, while Ben is kind of messing with things, will go and try to sneak a peek.
Okay, give me a finesse check, please.
Okay. God damn it.
Okay.
And this is my secondary.
Okay, give me a second here. Yes, so with the secondary, go ahead and roll me a d3, please. Sorry, while I get that queued up again. All right. And I got to do that. Okay, so, that is 5 survival points there.
That he loses?
Yes.
So that would put him at -3.
Okay. So as you look out in the hallway, you do see nothing. Randall looks around, he looks back, and he sees nothing there. He looks back to y'all and he goes, coast is clear. As he turns around and there is Nick Cage standing right in front of him, and he grabs Randall just right in the face and pulls him out in the hallway.
Oh no. We gotta go!
We gotta run! And, I guess, pulls him out into the hallway. I guess we gotta run out into the hallway and use, poor Randall's distraction.
So, yeah, as you make your way out into the hallway, you do see that he is over in the corner, and there's just the beginning of this shriveled husk that he's bear hugging into his chest. As you are running down the hallway, you can make your choice as to which door you want to go into next. But as you look back, you see that Nick Cage is starting to breathe heavy. He's looking winded a little bit. So you got 1, 2, 3. Give me a D4 there for whatever door you're going to go into. And sorry, Emma, what were you going to say?
Well, he sees us, so he'll be able to see what door we go into, right?
He's looking towards the back of the hallway here.
So he's turned away.
So he's distracted.
Okay. Matt, roll a D4.
Okay, let's see what we get. 1d4, 2.
Okay, so that puts you. So, get that there. So as you come into the room, there is a wooden platform that begins lowering you to a vast stone vista that looks out, and you just see rivers of gold out in front of you.
I know this place.
It looks fancy.
This is a treasure that I found. In National Treasure 1.
Wait, what's that? Was it a national treasure you found?
It is. It's a treasure that the Founding Fathers hid.
What a declaration.
So our survival goes back to 1, right?
Roll a D3, both of you, to retain that many survival points.
Okay.
Goes
back to 1.
It goes back to 1.
Oh my god.
Okay, there's a lot of treasure around, but try to keep an eye out for anything that doesn't fit.
Alright. I'll use
And
my sharp eagle eyes.
Ben is gonna try to keep an eye out for anything that stands out as not having been there before.
Okay.
Or anything of particular note.
All right, go ahead and roll me some brains, the two of you, please.
Wow. Wow. Too
All
busy
right.
with all this shiny shit.
Nice. So, Benjamin is able to get 3 survival points there. And yep, you found this gold-plated brush there, Cameron. And what you find, Benjamin, is you find tax forms that are just laying underneath a pile of gold. And you see that they've been there for years, just years and years and years. And it just looks like he started them, but then he got distracted with all of his money or something like that and just didn't file them. And then the next year he'd come in and file or begin to start them and just got distracted. So you get this sense inside of you that, this might be something that I'm looking for to help remind him that he's a grown-ass man and needs to pay his taxes.
These definitely weren't here before. They have to be related to Nick Cage. Maybe we can use them somehow.
We file his taxes for him?
No.
Oh,
I think he needs to file his taxes.
Right.
I mean, with the fact that he was able to build all these rooms, he must be incredibly wealthy, and if he's not doing his taxes, he could lose it all.
We have to remind him that he's part of the Illuminati and that he has to do his taxes. Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all coming together. Oh my gosh.
You do see on the tax form there, Benjamin, that the primary name isn't Nick Cage, it's Nicholas Kim Coppola.
Seems his name isn't actually Nick Cage, it's Nick Cobolo.
Nicholas Coppola.
Oh, okay. Coppola?
Yep.
Yeah.
Gotta find a couple more things.
Yeah, can we keep... Before he comes back, is there a way, like... Nah, everything in here is fucking old. Okay. Maybe while he's still distracted, we should try to hurry to one of the other rooms.
Yeah, good idea. Let's keep going. Let's run. Oh, these not seen rooms.
So you make your way back towards the hallway, and as you look around, you don't see him anywhere. He's gone.
Okay.
But you do have a few other rooms to explore. There are 3 other rooms that you haven't gone in yet.
Going door number 1.
Ba-ba-ba.
Okay, so as you go in, you're immediately hit with the smell of grease. And you come in and you see you're in the middle of a car shop, a junkyard. Or a car restoration shop, I should say. There are plenty of old cars in there, and you see a shop up above. But there are tools all around. You smell gasoline. You smell oil. It's just every scent of a car shop that you can get. It's there.
Okay.
All right, idea. All right, you look for something that sticks out. I'm gonna cover this area in some gas and see if I can find a lighter, so we can at least maybe make a line of fire if he comes, and we can run out.
That's
Oh,
a good
yes.
idea.
Thank you. Go ahead
Alright.
and roll me a D3 there too, Matt.
Oh, yes. I think it'll just be 1 because I literally have none. Okay.
Oh, if you don't have any, that's
1
that's
left.
okay.
I have 1
Okay.
survival.
All right, so you retain that 1 there. Now, before I forget, I did make that extra stat, that cageness. If you want to spend your 1 cage point, you can go ahead and roll cageness and act out something that Nick Cage would do. And if you get the successes, you automatically succeed to a greater benefit. If you fail, you just succeed normally, and everyone goes, well, "That's fucking weird."
Awesome. I am not gonna use it just yet.
Yeah,
Okay.
I want to save mine.
Yeah.
All right. So that is perfectly fine. Go ahead. If you are looking around, Benjamin, give me that brains check. And then for Cameron, give me that finesse check to get gasoline spread around evenly so that's not just going to pool up and cause backdraft.
Ah, 2 6s.
Okay, so go ahead and roll me a D3 there to gain survival points. So you get 3 total. And then Benjamin, you get 1. So for Cameron, you roll around, you find various cans of gas, and you just pool them underneath several cars, and you make this wonderful line of gasoline that leads right up to your ignition point. Benjamin, as you're looking around, what were you looking for again? Sorry, remind me.
Just anything that sticks out. Like
Anything that
looking
sticks
for
out.
something that, like, we think connects to Nick Cage or Nick Coppola, however you say it.
Coppola, like Francis Ford Coppola.
Cool.
So, yep, as you go up into the office up there, you're seeing more paperwork that just appears to be part of the setting, but you do see that there's a vault code that is set off to the side. It looks like just a standard 4-digit number, but when you look at it, you go, there's nothing around here that would require that, so it gives you the inkling that it might be to the vault.
Okay. Good. Perfect. I found something!
Oh, what is it? He's playing with a lighter right now, but he comes over.
It's a vault code. The computer in the operating room said that there was a vault. So maybe we'll need this to get into there.
Perfect. Let's keep an eye out for that vault. Get that code.
All right, so then someone roll me a D100 and choose high or low, please.
Emma.
Matt.
Oh, I said it first.
Okay. I'm gonna choose low again.
Okay. All right. What all do you do? Nothing seems to happen right now.
Okay, I'm gonna grab the vault code and stuff it in my pocket. Like, okay, we need to keep moving before he finds us again.
Right, and if Cameron can, he's gonna grab a gas can, and a lighter, and just bring it with him.
Okay.
Nice.
Yep, you're able to do that. So as you make your way back into the hallway, there are 2 doors left that you have to explore. There's.
Matt.
Yep. Give me a D2 roll.
Oh right. I bet it's gonna be 2. Yeah.
All right. So as you open up the door, you're immediately granted a sight of what appears to be a stale, recycled air room. And inside of it, there appears to be a massive vault door that is shut.
We found it.
Halt.
I'm gonna rush over and try to use the code.
Okay. Yep, it's a fairly standard entry digit keypad there. So you're able to enter the key code. The door swings open, and inside there are various safety boxes in there. As you make your way looking through several of them, one appears to be already slightly open, and as you pull it out, you see what appears to be a birth certificate that has the birth date of Nicholas Kim Coppola, which was January 7th, 1964.
Okay. Perfect.
You get the feeling that maybe these are the 2 pieces of the puzzle that'll really snap him out of it,
Okay.
just to help remind him that he's a person.
Yeah. But we gotta get everything we can.
All right.
Give me a brains check there, Benjamin. Oh, and then don't forget your D3s for your survival points.
I think we already did
We
those.
just rolled those.
Okay. Okay, with that, with that, you're not quite sure exactly. There's something here, like it's you need this, but it almost feels like there's some other element that you're missing. You got the 2 pieces of the puzzle, but it's just like you need a board to put them on,
Okay.
and you don't know what metaphorically that board is.
Do I get the feeling that it's here or that it's somewhere else?
It might be somewhere else in the house. As you look around the rest of the vault, there's nothing that stands out to you as something that would stick out.
Okay.
So it's somewhere else that you probably either have been or haven't been yet.
Okay.
Cameron, you can give me a brains check too there.
Sure. Yeah, because I'm great at brains. Yeah, smart.
Okay. Oh, that's fine. So as you go back to the main room, you go ahead and see that you see him, Nick Cage, down in the corner there as he comes back from the main room that you all started in. He looks around and he sees you two, and he goes, "Oh, well, looks like you two are the only ones that are left." And as he's moving toward you, he appears to be moving slower. He appears that he's a little more winded.
Okay. I'm gonna throw the knockout gas at him.
Great, give me that finesse check.
Cool.
Okay,
Oh, you got one
that
success.
is 1 survival point. As it lands and shatters and breaks across his feet, that you see these. They're not clear, but they're semi-transparent fumes that waft up towards him. And he looks around and he goes, "Smells like cotton candy." And he just starts kind of stumbling, but he's still coming.
All right. Well, Cameron Poe, I'd like to use a cage point to basically. I want to throw, because I still have that gas can with that lighter.
Oh, yeah.
Throw a bunch of the oil or the gas towards him, and at the last kind of like chuck of it, light it on fire and throw the can at him to light him up.
All right.
So let's see if it works.
Roll that cageness.
2 1s!
And two
And
twos.
2 2s.
But you're primary, so ones don't matter.
Woo!
So it succeeds. And give me a cageism here.
I don't know. I haven't seen this movie in so long. Basically, a waft of air that comes out of nowhere brushes past Cameron Poe. He closes his eyes and gives a dumb smile. As the wind whips in his hair, and he goes, ah.
Nice. Go ahead.
Backdraft.
Give me roll me a, I'm gonna say D6, please. Okay, gain that many survival points.
Ooh, fuck yeah.
What's that put you at?
Oh my god, I'm at 7.
You're at 7. Okay. The fire ignites, and you see it catching around him. It's slowly starting to catch him on fire, but he's still not slowing. He's woozy with the medication, and he's trying to bat the fire away, but he's still coming towards you. What all do you do?
Run!
We gotta go.
Oh, go!
We're gonna go into the last room.
Okay. Go ahead and give me that finesse check, the two of you, please. Perfect. All right, so that's since you reached 8 survival points, that means the kill scene ends favorably for you. And he, as Nick Cage is coming towards you, catching on fire, he just collapses and he falls down to the ground and he starts pulling, trying to put out the flames and rolling around slowly. As the two of you open the last door and run inside, you are greeted with a stone quarry, which is weird inside of a house. But as you go inside, there are deep grooves in the ground that reach up towards a black sky, and there is this stone pyramid that has a cross etched into it in front of you.
Huh.
Wow,
Not what I was expecting.
Yeah, I wonder if we can buy this pyramid.
And Benjamin, you feel inside that this is right. This is where this needs to take place at this ritual. This is where you need to remind him that he's human here.
But I still don't have that final piece, right?
No, this is the final piece.
Oh, this is the final piece. Okay.
Yeah. You both get this sense that there's some dark radiating power coming from this temple.
Okay. We're gonna go to the temple then.
Okay. As you go inside, it's down underground. You climb down the ladder, and there's just this red resonant light that reflects on everything around you. As the two of you get up close to an altar, there what appears to be this book sitting on it. And as you flip through, it appears to be in some kind of ancient Latin. You're not entirely sure. But as it lands, you look around, or not as it lands, but as you're starting to flip through the book and seeing various rituals that are laid out in detail, you do see around you that there are things like chainsaws, and there's this really beautifully crafted silver axe sitting in the corner. And as Benjamin looks through, you find what appears to be this ritual of reunification to a common good. And you get the sense that that's probably what needs to be read, along with the 2 items that remind him that he's human to bring him back.
Okay.
So as you begin reading, I need you to give me a brains roll there, Benjamin, as Nick Cage lands on the opposite side of the tunnel.
Cameron says, I'll fight him off. You keep reading. And he'll pick up the chainsaw and rev it.
All right, there's a chainsaw noise, that revving, this vroom, 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 as you pick it up, and he looks towards you and he goes, right, well, mine's bigger, and he pulls out a bigger chainsaw and starts running towards you.
I run towards him! Chainsaw fight!
All right, so go ahead and give me a brawn.
Woo! 3 2s.
All right, nice. That is 1 survival point, and then that was your roll, Emma. So that's 1 survival point.
Okay. And that was for the
All
last
right.
time.
Oh, yep. So you're fighting him off, and Benjamin, you're reading through, and Nick Cage looks over at you and he goes, "Knock it off! You need to quit that right now!" As the chainsaws or sparks are flying as they're clashing in the darkness of the night. Go ahead and give me another brains check there, or if you want, you can go for broke and do a cage check.
Cage check.
I'm gonna do the cage check.
Okay. While you're doing that, then Cameron, give me another brawn check.
Two 3s.
The cage check is 44.
There's a
Yep,
cage
there
check
is.
button.
Yep, down in the lower left there.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Okay. So yep, Cameron, go ahead and gain 1 survival point, and then Benjamin, roll me a d6, please. Okay, and does that put you at 8 survival points?
Puts me at 9.
Okay, perfect. So as Cameron is just slashing back and forth with the chainsaw, you see Nick Cage just bare his teeth in frustration as give me a cageism there, Emma, please.
Okay. His real name is Benjamin Coppola.
Nicholas Coppola.
Nicholas Coppola, right. Nicholas Coppola, don't you see? Don't you understand? In 1792, George Washington sent a group of traders to the North Pole with a special set of instructions. They built the Fortress of Solitude that we found ourselves in earlier, that's connected to your home. This pyramid with the pyramid of the Illuminati and the all-seeing eye trying to get you to understand, trying to get you to see your true self once again. All of this is connected, trying to get you to face the facts, to get you to understand. And he's going to pull out the tax forms that you need to pay your taxes.
And he shakes his head. No. And you see the little symbol in his chest just break apart. And he goes, no, I was almost back on top. No, as he just crumbles into this person wearing this pink jacket again. And he just shakes his head and he just cries out and he goes, no, it can't be. It can't be. I was so close to getting. And he shakes his head and he's broken. He's sobbing. And Benjamin, as you're looking through, you can see another ritual that just is what appears to be a return to the ether ritual. And as you look through it, you just kind of look back to Cameron and just nod and start reading it. And you see Nick Cage just reach his hand out and he goes, no, as the both of you just vanish into the ether.
We did it.
All right.
And then I'm back hanging out with Riley.
Yep,
And
you're back
I'm
hanging out with Riley.
Feeling the wind after lots of explosions.
All right, well that's the end of Slasher Flick there. So what do y'all think?